Hi everyone. Today we're going to backtest NVIDIA. We're going to pick 2020 as our test year, and we're going to see how it performs. And this is a good insight to how I backtest my strategies. So yeah, like the first thing I do whenever I'm looking at like a new stock to put a trade on, I want to see nice, consistent, long-term growth. Now this is NVIDIA on a monthly scale. So you can see pretty much since like 2015-ish, 2016, NVIDIA has been on a nice trajectory to the upside, which is what I want to see. All right, so we'll get right into it. So basically, I use a simple systematic strategy, which consists of buying a call option at the beginning of the month or the end of the month on the last day and holding it for the entirety of the month and sell it on the next last day of the month or the next month's last day for a profit or loss. So we're going to be testing starting at January 2020. But I'm going to go to December 21st to the last day, the 31st, and we'll probably go to like the last few minutes of the day. So if you guys don't know what this is Thinkorswim on Demand, which is a backtesting platform. It's fairly accurate. It's kind of nice to use, and this is what I use to backtest strategies. I'd say it works really well for backtesting longer term trading strategies like swing trading strategies. It does get a little clunky and a little funky when you start like trying to like I don't know test like scalping strategies with it or day trading strategies. You got to be careful with that sort of stuff. But I found it works pretty well when you use it on a longer time frame. So this is December 31st, 2019. Or oh wait, I'm on the wrong year. That would have been bad. So December 31st, 2019. Last like 10 minutes of the day. So it's like 3:51 that we enter this trade. Eastern Standard Time, 3:51 p.m. So I'm going to select the option that has the closest DTE to 45. So I wouldn't, and I don't pick the weeklies. I don't use weeklies, so I'll just go to the nearest option. So in this case, 52. It's going to adjust my strikes, and I'm going to pick the closest option to 45 delta. So in this case, like these two strikes are three apart or three away from 45. I'll just go with the closer strike to the money. All right, so we're going to be risking 25% of our account per trade. The reason I do this is because it's such a high risk to reward, right? Because we can make 3 to 1, 4 to 1 on a trade. It's worth going with the higher risk. In my opinion, you can, if you want to risk 1% of your account or 10% of your account on a trade, that's up to you. I risk a higher amount because I'm more confident in my strategy. So in this case, we take $100,000, multiplied by 25%, which gives us 25,000, and we're going to be buying this contract for $10.55. So I'm going to do 25,000 divided by 10.55, and we're going to buy 23 contracts. I don't round up on the contract amount, right? So most people go, oh, you just buy 24 now. I'm going to buy 23 just to keep our risk just under or at our dollar amount we're willing to risk, right? So 23, I'm going to enter 23 into our contract size, and we will send this trade away, right? And then we're just going to go to the next month. So now I'm going to go to January 2020, or January 31st, 2020, last final minutes of the day. And we'll see if this trade loses or wins. So we lost on this trade. It's the last day of the month, and we have to close it out. This is a systematic trade, right? So we close out regardless of gain or loss. Good thing is our loss isn't too bad. We only lost 7% on the trade, which is actually not bad at all. So we're going to go ahead and sell that. So our account's down 2%, right? We're down to 98,000. I'm going to go buy the next, right? 49 DTE, 45 delta. And I just got to recalculate the amount of risk. 25% divided by 11.15. Oh, it changed last second. We're buying at 1090. Whoops. Now my numbers are getting thrown off. Divided by 1090. 22 contracts. and we go to the next month. And I'm just going to rinse and repeat this process for all 12 months, and we'll see what the results are at the end of the year. So I will fast forward to that and let you guys know what the results are. Alright, so just finished up with the backtesting. We're on the last day of December 2020. And it looks like our account went from $100,000 to $255,848. So if I were to calculate the percentage gain on our account for the year, I would take the ending balance, which is 255,848, minus the beginning balance, which was $100,000, which is 155, divided by the beginning balance, which was $100,000. So this is a 155% return on our account for the year. So now we would just go into the next year, and yeah, we would just keep growing. So that's now with this strategy, it's very volatile, right? So like, yeah, if you have a trade that goes completely against you, risking 25% of your account, well, your account's going to go down 25%, right? So to make more money, you got to risk more money, right? So it's always important to start small. My theory is if you can turn, you know, let's say $1,000 into $10,000, and then you take the $1,000 you originally started with off the table, and then you play with the $9,000 left over that you gained from the market, right? Now you're just playing with the market's money. It's not your. You didn't have to, sweat to make that $9,000. You made that just by doing a simple swing trading strategy. The great thing about the strategy is you can put on the trade on the last day of the month, hold it, see what it does, and then sell it for a gain or loss. And in the meantime, while the trade's on, you're able to work, run a business, go to school, enjoy your life. You don't have to be sitting here like a lot of these other day traders, you know, trying to pick the bottoms and tops on an intraday chart, on a 5-minute chart, which is like, you go out of your mind trying to do that every day. And a lot of those people that the gurus and people that advertise that type of trading don't even make money. They just make money off of courses. This is an actual way to make money, an actual strategy that's systematic, that's consistent, and that is proven. And I know it's proven because I've done this backtesting and entered it into an Excel sheet and backtested for, let's see, NVIDIA here. I did backtesting from 2016 until now, and I turned a theoretical $10,000 into 58 million as of this month. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do that, but can you turn 10,000 into 100,000? Yes. And you can see the equity curve here for NVIDIA, right? So it's knowing how to pick the winners and losers, picking the stocks that are fundamentally strong, and going for the long term, not trying to become a millionaire overnight, right? This is not a get rich quick. This is a hard strategy because you have to stomach through the losses and stick with the strategy, and believe in your data, believe in your backtesting, and believe in the fundamentals of a company that you're investing in each month. And yeah, you pretty much just got to put your nose to the grindstone and figure out how you can maximize gains off of certain equities. In this case, I used NVIDIA, which is a very popular stock as of today, and I think it will continue to be a popular stock going forward in the next, let's say, 10 years. And I think there's going to be a substantial amount of money and substantial amount of opportunity to gain using a strategy like the one I showed. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and please leave a like and subscribe, and have a nice day. Bye.